Hi, I'm Sam McGranahan on Vans Warped Tour 2017. I'm here with Too Close to Touch. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Doing well.
So, Travis, you actually got married recently. How's
I
that been?
did.
How's married life been?
It's good, it's different. She's from Texas, we moved her up to Kentucky, so and it's just been going through, it's been good, though. It's been good.
That's awesome. So, this is your second year playing Warped Tour. Did you guys break even?
Ooh.
I think so.
Yeah, I cannot even remember, honestly.
We did well last summer, and I feel like we're doing even better this summer so far.
So, you guys actually curated the Warped 17 playlist. Is there any reason behind that? Were you guys just we have extra time, let's do it?
It was definitely pushed by our management. They were kind of encouraging the idea, especially with Spotify playlists being such a big thing right now. So we just kind of jumped on it quick and reached out to friends of ours that were on the tour and did kind of a share for share sort of thing where we'd have them share the playlist and then we would feature them at the top of it, and that just worked out really, really well and kind of took off. So
It went really fast, too. It felt like it happened overnight. We found out we're doing it, and then we see all these streams. I didn't even know if I was aware that it was public yet, but it was already doing great. But it's been pretty cool.
So, in May, you guys toured the UK. Do you have any favorite venues or when you had downtime, what'd you guys do?
We definitely tried out a lot of their snacks.
Yeah, the candy bars
and chips and things like
Yeah,
that. It's so different than it is in the States.
I got a favorite candy bar. I can't remember what it's called though, but I even brought back a couple to give my mom, my wife, and all that.
Yeah. As far as the venues go, though, I know the Manchester show was particularly impactful. It was about 24 to 48 hours after the Manchester attacks that we played in the city, and that being our first time in the UK, it was a little bit, I guess, daunting in the aspect that we didn't really know what to expect. We'd never played in that city before, let alone in the country. But we were there and very, very surprised by everyone in the community coming out, and the show sold out, and it was just a really impactful night. So that was probably the highlight, I would say, overall, other than the slam dunk dates.
Yeah, especially playing there. It's so close, you just don't know what to expect. You don't know how other people are going to react, you know. But it was weird because it seemed like everyone just didn't let it faze them, which I agree. I think that's the way you should react, but it was really cool. But it was also just weird because everyone just went through all this tragedy, but no one's showing any signs of it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember when I heard about that, I was incredibly angry because I've always been a kid that went to concerts and all that, and thinking that I was that I could have been one of those kids. I mean, I don't live there, but yeah, it was angering. I was crying a lot.
Shows happen like that all the time, every single day, and it's just unfortunate that it happened there and then.
And it's also unfortunate that the show environment has kind of been targeted over the past couple of years, the Pulse attack.
Where people are supposed to feel safe,
Other Orlando attacks and things like that happen, the Eagles of Death Metal, Paris attacks, that kind of thing. You can't really anticipate it. You can only, I guess, be preemptively prepared for that kind of situation. And even still, there's no way to really prepare for it.
So, just gotta be alert,
So you guys are actually performing at the APMAs on the 17th. Are you excited?
We're not performing.
You're not performing? You're presenting. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's bad on my part.
It's all right.
It's okay. We've honestly, leading up to it, we had discussed the idea of hopefully performing, and then presenting was offered, and it was kind of a lot of us not really fully knowing, but just kind of being stoked either way of being a part of it again this summer.
We just kind of jumped on the first thing that was offered to us, But,
Yeah, you guys won an award last year.
yeah, it'll be cool to go back and just kind of relive that night over again a little bit.
It was definitely a wild experience just being a part of the entire award show in general, I guess. The atmosphere is something that I've never really been a part of, and just being there, it was really, really cool. And hopefully this year we've got a little better idea of what to expect and everything.
Yeah.
So
And we get to hang out. We don't have to.
We don't have quite so many outfits.
We're not gonna be nervous all the time. We're gonna go have fun, So it'll be fun.
So for you guys, why is your aesthetic just as important as your music?
It's like a lifestyle,
Yeah, I mean, for me, I dress pretty much the same whether I'm at home, not going anywhere, or going to play a show or something like that. Like it's in part kind of what I'm comfortable in, but also it's a matter of self-expression, and
Yeah.
our music is so heavily emotional and deep and dark and things like that it just kind of makes sense for us to kind of embody that in our lifestyle, as far as like portraying the darker, deeper emotions and things like that, or the struggle or anguish or whatever. Like everyone goes through those things, but some people don't wear them on their sleeve quite the same way that we do.
And we do it a little bit different. We don't dress the exact same way. Like everyone has like their like the root of like all kind of the same, you know. But then we all kind of branch out a little bit, like that, or like I wear a lot of sports stuff, and I don't know. Mason wears short shorts. So.
Okay, so, you know, since you guys do have such emotional music, has there ever been like, have you ever like, you know, started writing something and you guys are like, whoa, that's a little too personal?
I mean, that is probably a question more towards Keaton,
Yeah.
because he does most of the lyric
Mhm.
writing.
But
But we've never really shied away from being open and emotional. Like Keaton's, I guess, approached us with things and asked if one line or another is too direct. But I mean, he's pretty much been a bear it all kind of guy from the
Yeah,
beginning. Like,
Keen's a very open book,
Yeah.
especially like
I mean, even back in the day when we were a local band, like one of the songs that we had was pretty much a precursor to Hell to Pay, and knowing that in that infantile state of the band, Keaton was still open to expressing the
Mhm.
situation, like a personal situation, that openly. Like, I feel like that's just kind of part of us, I guess.
So, is there any song that you guys remember on your current album that was really kind of difficult production-wise?
Eiley. Eiley was.
Eiley was difficult, and I mean, that one was one that we all kind of like stepped out of the studio and gave Keaton his space
Yeah.
on as far as the vocal performance.
It was
so-
the last song we did too,
Yeah.
and like we just we left them alone and let them do their thing, and then they brought us all into the room and let us listen to it, and we all heard it at the same time. It was
That
real
was emotional.
emotional.
So, I'm actually working for a radio station that's in Richmond, and you guys came to the Canal Club November 25th, I believe, yeah?
Mhm.
Do you guys think you're going to come back anytime soon?
Yeah, I love the Canal
We've
Club.
played there a couple of times.
Yeah,
so
Canal Club's cool.
It's definitely likely. I always love playing in Virginia because I was born here and lived here until I was around 8 or so. So there's just a piece of my heart here. So I'm definitely interested in playing that. I'm sure we will in the fall.
Mm.
So, what bands on the lineup are you guys really excited to see, or have you seen that you like
It's
seeing?
been awesome seeing Guar. I'm sure that's the
They're from Richmond.
typical answer.
They are?
Yeah, they're from
Yeah.
Richmond.
Cool.
Yeah.
I saw them for the first time a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, we've got so many friends out on this tour, like Bless the Ball, New Year's Day, that we're super, super close with, and the guys in Siler and Silent.
Went and watched
Planet.
Courage My Love.
Courage My
They
Love.
were
We've gotten so
incredible.
close with them. They're fantastic.
Yeah,
band.
they were so
They're on
good.
the Wholesale stage, and definitely a band to check out.
Creeper.
Creeper's another
Yeah.
group of homies.
It's a lot of friends this year. Like
Really is.
last year, we kind of came in and made friends. Now we just kind of showed up and they're friends. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So, oh, by the way, you guys should, when you come back to Richmond, you should go to Guar Bar. It's
I've heard about
it's,
that.
I went there recently. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And they have like a whole bunch of like vegan stuff too, if you
Nice.
guys are vegan.
Mason's vegetarian, so.
So am I. Awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for talking with me.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.